So it seems like this part has a mistake, so let's fix that one. And you need to be careful of issues like this. So for now, I'll draw on these columns over here. And then later on, when we open up the basic structural file, then I'll be managing these ones here. And it would just be a waste of time to do them now. So we'll leave them for the end of the work, meaning when we're doing the basic structural file. So in here we have an entry and we have a tilt right over here on the ground, and it goes from minus 0.41 to +1, and then it goes to the parking section from here. And here we have an electrical post, so we have some stairs from minus 0.41 to +1, and we have a wheelchair lift here so that maybe old people or disabled people can use this ramp or jack instead of the stairs. And that's why we need to draw this part right here. So in this part, the wall is cut up. So we go over here and then we split it up. See, we go over here and we split these ones and then this one here. So I've linked the file in the AutoCAD. So let's go to the CAD file. So as you can see, the CAD file here is complete and you can see the lines clearly, but it's not as visible in the Revit file. So let's go back to it, and yes, this is how it is. So let's fix this. So I pull the base up for 2 meters. Let me go back to the CAD file. So let's go over here. And there we have it. So let me just select these and then get rid of them. So we go over here and then we type PU to open up the purge section. I purge all and then I Control S to save it. So then I go over here in the insert section and then manage links here in the CAD link, and I open up the 0 file. I reload it and let's see how long it takes to update. And all right, I can select the CAD file and go to Query tab. I open this up and our layer name is 2. I go to the Manage tab. I select Object Style to the Import section and do the 0 file. And I select the 2. And maybe red for the color. This way we can see it clearly. So I hit OK. So I go over here and I select this. I open up the query. And here our layer is 2. But as you can see, no changes have been done. So we go back to the CAD file. And although the layer that we have here is 2, it seems to say 3 here. So maybe the other one is 2. Seems it's 1. So why is this showing up like this? So let's go back to the Revit file to see it again. So I select it again, open up query, and this is correct. So I go to the object styles and to the imported objects, and here in the 0 file, let's just edit the first layer. So I put this one on the red color as well, and then I hit apply, and then we go to the third layer and do the same. So I select the red color for this one as well and then apply. So this way we can identify them easily with their color. So let's see where to go from here. So there we go. Let's take a look at this one. Maybe not this one. All right. First, we'll go over here and fix the stairs over here. Or maybe we'll just make a ramp over here. Yeah, that's better. So I go to this part in the workset section. I click on the editable and I make a new one. And I'm going to name the new workset ramps. So then I hit OK. And from up here in the active workset, I set it up with ramps. So after we've done that, we go to the plan again and see what we have here. Here our slope is 15%. and the length is 5.8 meters. It goes from here up to here. So in order to select the floor, I go to the edit type and I make a duplicate of ramps. I hit OK, or maybe let's rename it to parking ramp, or maybe I'll just write it in Persian. Let me just delete it and then rename it. And there you go. And then I hit OK. I'm not worried about the layout here because we'll work them out later on in the joinery section. I go over here in the edit type part and I'm going to browse for a specific type of concrete. So I write concrete here and let's see what loads up. From here I go to the concrete section and let's see which one we should use. For example, this one. So let's edit this and then we go to the identity tab. In here I'm going to rename it to ramp in Persian. And in the class section I'm going to choose concrete. We don't have anything to do with these information here. And in the graphics section we'll just choose a hatching for it for now. And then we'll edit it out and go in detail later on more. So we'll manage them better in the phase 2. And for now I'll choose a color. Let's see, we'll go with gray. And in here I'll choose concrete. And then I hit OK, OK again, and then again. So I pick a line and then I go to this part right here. I select this line, this line, this line, and this one as well. And using the trim tool, I trim it out. We'll do this one and then this one and then this one. Let me just select this line for a moment here. And we have 5.8 for the length. We go over here and we have 5.8 again. So the length is okay. So I finish it up and then in this window I click don't attach. And then we go to the 3D view and our base plan. Let me just rotate this so I can get a better look. Then I go to the CAD file again and then I close this one up. Let me go back here and the code that we have here is minus 1.23. So we go back to the Revit file and in here I go to the annotate tab and here I choose spot elevations and I put one over here. And using modify sub elements, I click on this one here. Let's go over here so I can see it better. As you can see, I select this one here. I go to the SDR plan and there it is. So I go to the base plan. Using measure, I click on spot elevation. So here we have it. And in here, I'm going to write minus 1.23. Now we go back to the 3D view. So I go here and I delete this one here. So when I put this one here, I couldn't edit it in the 3D view. You need to put it on the floor so you can edit it. And as you can see in the CAD file, we have minus 1.23 and it goes down to minus 2.1. So I go back to the Revit file and I select modify sub elements and then I select this line over here and I edit it to minus 1.23, or I can drag this up to here and this is how it looks. So we go to the edit type section. I go to the edit section and I check the box that says variable and then in this part I hit reset shape. So let's see why it says reset shape. So I hit a Ctrl Z. So I go to the edit part and here I edit the thickness to 1.23 and I check the variable box. So I hit apply and then the error is gone. So afterwards I go to the base plan again and the issue here is fixed. But let's go to here. I go to the structure plan on the ground floor, and I pull up this part. So as you can see here, it says slope is 15% and the length is 6.11 meters. And as you can see, it goes from here to here. And then over here again, we have same 15%, but this time a length of 8.75 meters. Let's go to the CAD file again. So it's talking about the part right here. So this part here is flat, but the slope is up here. So this part here goes to the ground floor. So from minus 1.23, it starts and goes to this section up here. Let me just go back to the Revit file in the 3D view. I go back to the plan over here. So then I choose the ramp tool. After I've done that, I hit rectangle and I draw one from here up to this part over here. And from this point, I'll draw the map point by point so I don't make any mistakes. Then I finish this part here. And then I go over here. And from this corner over here, I draw one up to this corner over here. So then I go over here again and I then hit select similar. And I draw another one from this point here up to here. And then I finish it up. I hit don't attach and then we go over here.